All right.
Okay, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, June 28th. It is 10 a.m. and this is Lincoln County Board of Commissioners meeting. I will call it to order. We have all three commissioners here, so we do have a full quorum with everybody here. First up, we're going to do something that's not on the agenda, which is kind of another like mini learning session with Ken Lip on our new website. So he's going to show us in the public something else new to the website today.
Good morning, everybody. This is Ken Lip, Public Information Officer. I just want to show some people an easier way to access information in our meetings. We showed you this last week, and we've got just a little something new that makes individual documents more accessible. So again, you go to the county homepage, which is co.lincoln.or.us. You scroll down, click here on agendas and minutes. That will take you to a list of meetings. You click on the meeting that you want to see here for June 28th. And then you have the option of looking at the agenda. You can look at the full agenda packet, which is all documents connected to the meeting. Here in other, we have the public comment uploaded. And then here, if you come over to meeting overview at the top left, it will show you another version of the agenda, and it links individually to each document that's involved. And this is an awful lot easier than scrolling through the entire packet. And that's all I wanted to share, commissioners, if you wanted to add anything.
Yeah, I would say this is great because the packet, I mean, we've hit 450 pages the other day. And also I would add, Madam Chair, Kathleen told me that we're already, in terms of how many documents we're processing this year compared to last year, we're on track to really outdo ourselves.
Yeah.
So just a lot of paperwork coming through these meetings. So thanks, Ken.
Okay, thank you, Ken. All right, moving on to adoption of the consent calendar. This is where a lot of those documents come from. We were just talking about. So these are items of a routine nature, contracts and such, although commissioners or staff can pull an individual item for more information, discussion, etc. Is there anything anybody would like to pull or discuss further?
No, Madam Chair, I'd make a motion for approval of the consent calendar as presented.
Okay,
Okay, I'll second that motion.
all right, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. All right, moving into both our kind of public hearing and decision action today. This is all related to the Lincoln County budget for the 2023-2024 fiscal year budget. Thank you, Director Christina Scheer, for being here with us today. Just kind of some procedural things I'm going to go over before we move forward with this. So we will have information presented for each individual budget, including many of our districts like Lincoln County Extension Service District, Solid Wage, Animal Services, Transportation Services District, Slots Area Law Enforcement, as well as the general county budget. We'll have a hearing on each one. Public comment can be given for specific items for each specific budget item. If that makes sense, we'll kind of walk through each one and then we'll adopt each one. And then we'll have our regular public comment for other matters not related to the budget at the end. Right, Director Scheer. Yeah.
Good morning. I'm available for any questions, but really this is your opportunity to hear public comment on the budgets that were approved and recommended by the Budget Committee. This is the final legal procedural step in approving the budget, which is governed by Oregon budget law. Got any questions, procedural questions or questions about the budgets themselves? I'm happy to answer.
Thank you. And I would ask that you just stay with us, stay there until we get through this. So thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right. And how I'm going to kind of do this, because this is just maybe the way my brain works, is we're going to basically move from our public hearing with one budget and then decision action with that particular budget, and then back to public hearing, kind of work through each one. So just so you know, Ms. Kelly and others, that's the way we're kind of going to do things today. So first up on public hearing is adoption of the 2023-2024 Lincoln County budget. So this is the Lincoln County General Fund and budget for the most part, not one of our special services budget. So I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing for the 2023-2024 Lincoln County budget. I'm going to call for any public comment regarding this particular budget. Do we have anybody? Okay. All right.
Oh, let me get to that.
Okay, hang on just a minute. We're getting ourselves ready here. So you
Okay. Yes, Cynthia George, 204 Pioneer Trail. So I've got a question as to, there's a very large increase in the revenues that have come in the last couple of years. So we've increased our revenue by about $50 million, along with a whole lot of new positions that were never in existence. So is this in the general budget, is the administrator new position? And the new IT, is that all in the general budget discussion? Correct? So I have a real question within the general budget. We've got an administrator's position with what I can see, a budget of almost $1 million. And what I question is you're putting somebody in a position to take over the responsibilities that you as commissioner should have been fulfilling, instead of appointing somebody in a position to isolate us from your accountability, number one. Number two, we got a whole bunch of new, and I don't know if the planning department budget is also the new planners on the environmental planner positions and things like this that is now in, and I do believe they're under, that may be under the solid waste discussion, I'm not sure. So, tax assessor's office, they seem to be running around reassessing all the property taxes and elevating everybody's values. And yet I'm looking into, taxing districts that are on the same piece of property. Like I just went up and discussed one a minute ago that is on Yassick Loop that is 6 acres, and they devalued the land at, it was $40,000 and now it's devalued down to $6,000, but yet the property itself is now up at over 200 and something $1,000 for the house that they, so there's just a lot of real questions on funky market evaluations going on in Lincoln County. And I don't think it's gonna make you guys a lot of money. But when it comes down to what's happening in the real world and the fact that nobody's got safe water in these areas, those evaluations are just a joke. So that's what I gotta say on that general budget.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
Anyone else in the room that wants to give public comment on this budget? Nope. Anyone online? Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close the public hearing on this particular item. Any discussion by commissioners?
None.
None for me, thank you.
Okay, the resolution before us would adopt the budget for Lincoln County in a total amount of 170,175,963 as approved by the Budget Committee of Lincoln County at a designated rate per $1,000 in valuation. I would entertain a motion on this resolution.
Madam Chair, I move that the Board of Commissioners of Lincoln County adopt the resolution adopting the budget for Lincoln County, which imposes the taxes provided for in the adopted budget for the county at the permanent rate of $2.8202 per $1,000 for general operations, and that these taxes be imposed and categorized for the tax year 2023-2024 upon the assessed value of all taxable property within the county in accordance with law as of 1 a.m. July 1st, 2023.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, moving on to item B under the public hearing, adoption of Lincoln County budget, Lincoln County Extension Tax Service District. I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing for this particular budget item. Do we have any public comment regarding the Lincoln County Extension Service District budget? Okay, do we have anybody online? No, okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing. Any discussion by commissioners?
None for me.
I would just comment that there was a presentation done by the Lincoln County Extension Tax Service District earlier in our budget process that is recorded and online that you can go look at for anyone that wants to see that presentation.
Yep.
All right, the resolution before us would adopt the budget for the Lincoln County Extension Tax Service District in a total amount of 1,369,000 as approved by the Budget Committee of the Lincoln County Extension Service District at a designated rate per 1,000 evaluation. I would entertain a motion on this resolution.
Okay, I move that the Board of County Commissioners of Lincoln County approve the resolution adopting the budget for the Lincoln County Extension Service District, imposing the taxes provided in the adopted budget at the permanent rate of 0.0451. That's 4.51 cents per thousand, and that these taxes be imposed and categorized for the tax year 2023-24 upon the assessed value of all taxable property within the county in accordance with the law.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, moving back up to public hearing, adoption of 2023-2024 Lincoln County budget. This is our solid waste district. I'm gonna go ahead and open the public hearing for the 2023-2024 Lincoln County budget for the solid waste district. Do we have any public comment for that, George? Okay.
This is George again. So I find out that all this time we've been in this great taxing district. And it has something to do with you guys making money on Juneau garbage. Come to find out, you guys are all benefiting $4 a ton off of the garbage brought in. No wonder you fast tracked that one right through. So I don't understand how you guys can get involved in destroying our water, destroying without any environmental impact, no testing, no nothing done on any of this, and yet you want to stick your hand out, collect money off of it. And we came to you over and over in these hearings for years asking about protecting the water. And you told us you had that was not your job. That's the city's job, right? Now you're gonna increase your budgets off of your Juneau, and I looked and saw these ITAC in the tech. These real cute little commercials you put out, informative, solid waste. Oh, daddy, keep the bottle out of the water. Daddy. Well, daddy might want to stop and look at what GP's doing for the water instead. Or the tons of garbage that's coming in, and you guys are now profiting off the destruction of our water. So, this solid waste is really, really upsetting to me. And also somehow that's all with the Port of Toledo. So you guys are also involved in that toxic waste dump too. And the mill, that mill that's on Sturtevant. Oh, that's part of the port property too, that you guys want to put that low income housing. Toledo wants to put a bunch of low income housing on that land in that toxic waste dump. And yet you guys want to, just continue to ignore your laws and your rules. According to your own, you're supposed to be protecting us. You're supposed to be protecting the water and the future. And for some reason, it's all about your budget and collecting an additional $50 million into the budget. So. Yeah. Once again.
Okay. Anyone else online? Does it look like it? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close the public hearing. Any discussion by commissioners?
Nothing from me.
Nor from me.
Okay, the resolution before us would adopt the budget for the solid waste disposal district and total amount of 1,580,703 as approved by the Budget Committee of the Lincoln County Solid Waste Disposal Service District. I would entertain a motion on this resolution.
Madam Chair, I move that the Board of Commissioners approve the resolution adopting the budget for the Solid Waste Disposal Service District for the fiscal year 2023-24 in the amount of $1,580,703 as approved by the Budget Committee of the Lincoln County Solid Waste Disposal Service District.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. All right. Going into item D under public hearing, adoption of 2023-24 Lincoln County budget. This is our animal services district budget. So I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing for our animal services district budget. Do we have any public comment relating to our animal services district budget? Okay.
I appreciate you guys finally doing something with this dog control, but once again, I am gonna really question this whole land swap and buying thing with golf disposal, because I really, really suspect with this new solid waste and all this partnership going on right now, that, there's a lot of land being swapped right now in Lincoln County. And, does it benefit us? We'll wait and see.
Okay, thank you. Any other comment in person? Don't see it online? Nope, I'm gonna go ahead and close the public hearing for Animal Services District budget. The resolution before us would adopt the budget for the Animal Service District and total amount of 1,597,592 as approved by the Budget Committee of the Lincoln County Animal Services District as a designated rate per 1,000 in valuation. I would entertain a motion on this resolution.
I move that the Board of County Commissioners of Lincoln County approve the resolution adopting the budget for the Animal Services District, which imposes the taxes provided for in the adopted budget at the permanent rate of 11 cents per 1,000, and that these taxes are hereby imposed and categorized for the tax year 2023-24 upon the assessed value on all taxable property within the county in accordance with the law.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. All right, if you're following along with us, now we're on item E under public hearing, adoption of 2023-2024 Lincoln County budget. This is the Transportation Services District. So I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing for the Transportation Services District budget. Do we have any public comment in person for the Transportation Services District? No, okay, anything online? No, okay. Go ahead and close the public hearing for the Transportation Services District budget. Any discussion by commissioners?
None.
Yep, nothing for me.
Okay. The resolution before us would adopt the budget for the Transportation Services District in a total amount of 9,678,474 as approved by the Budget Committee of the Lincoln County Transportation Services, a designated rate per 1,000 evaluation. I'd entertain a motion on this resolution.
I move that the Board of County Commissioners of Lincoln County adopt the resolution imposing the taxes provided for in the adopted budget for the Transportation Service District at the permanent rate of 0.0974 or $9. I'm sorry, 9.74 cents per thousand, and that these taxes be imposed and categorized for the tax year 2023-24 upon the assessed value on all taxable property within the county in accordance with the law.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Now we're down on item F, adoption of 2023-2024 Lincoln County budget. This is our Siletz Area Enhanced Law Enforcement Service District Fund. It's a mouthful. I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing for the Siletz Area Enhanced Law Enforcement budget for the fiscal year 2023-2024. Do we have any public comment regarding this budget resolution? Okay.
So, it's all paying for this tax, specifically the citizens in the city of Gillette, or are we as a 280 district, taxing district, paying into this? City of Gillette, a lot of genetic. Well, okay, so specifically not along Highway 20. Okay. IT guy, you even know more about this county. Well,
All right, any other public comment in person? Or public comment online? Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close the public hearing. Any discussion by commissioners?
No, thank you.
No, I
Okay.
think these were all pretty well vetted during the budget hearings.
I would agree with that. The resolution before us would adopt the budget for the Siletz Area Enhanced Law Enforcement Service District Fund, in total amount of 803,407 as approved by the Budget Committee in the Siletz Area Enhanced Law Enforcement Service District as a designated rate per 1,000 evaluation. I would entertain a motion on this resolution.
I move that the Board of County Commissioners of Lincoln County adopt the resolution imposing the taxes provided for the adopted budget for the Siletz Area Enhanced Law Enforcement Service District Fund provided for as in the adopted budget at the permanent rate of $1.3100 per 1,000 of taxable property value, and that these taxes be imposed and categorized for the tax year 2023-24 upon the assessed value on all taxable property within the district in accordance with the law.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
I
Aye.
All right, motion carries. All right, that kind of wraps up all of our public hearings and related to our budget. Thank you for sticking with us, Director
thank you,
Tier.
Christina.
All right, under reports, does anyone have a report they would like to share? Commissioner Hall?
Not today.
Okay, Commissioner Miller?
I do not.
I don't have a full report, but just a reminder, everybody, that Lincoln County Fair opens Friday and holds on through the weekend.
Mhm.
Now into public comment. This is like our regular public comment. Public comment is limited to 3 minutes. I will just say that this is not part of the Alala zone change agreement, so.
Oh, I do believe I can speak about anything, but, I really am concerned about all these new positions that you guys have developed. This environmental planner, it's supposedly septic approval. And yet, I don't, you guys have spent last 20 years of more on our environment. And yet now we're gonna want to get all this money spent on protecting. For anybody that sat for the last 6 years on the Mid-Coast Watershed Council. And the report that just came out, shame on you. Anybody that's gone into these Toledo meetings, all the forestry department, all these meetings that's been going on our environment and what's going on. Shame on you and your budget this year. Because once again, we're completely ignoring what's going on. You fast track Juneau through. We don't know what they're dumping into the ocean. We don't know what anybody has done to any of our environments. And we can't drink the water. And you guys just don't understand what that's like, not being able to go to a faucet and get a glass of water for your child, for your grandchild in this county. There's not a safe drop of drinking water. As you all sit and ignore it. And I watched those commission meetings, those planning commission meetings on the Wall Lake, and I watched those people say. And it reminded me of so much of the years we all spent begging for help. They have legitimate complaints. That Olala Lake has got 3 chemical licenses on it, applicator licenses on it. Did anybody bother to check to see what's been used as GP runs millions of gallons through that creek and into the lower septic systems and drinking water supplies? Now, I went by there yesterday and they were doing something on Mossy Loop. Oh, they had all kinds of vehicles there and that creek was all muddy. So obviously somebody's trying to flush something through there real quick because they know that the water resource department's coming in. And you guys just can't hide this. You can't get rid of 50, 60, 65 years worth of toxic buildup. And the fact that you got anything to do with that port, as they're building that park with DDT and lead and mercury, they're pulling cannabis right now for mercury in cannabis. But we can't drink the water and we can't get a water test anywhere to see if we're drinking it. Lead, cadmium, they'll pull cannabis cadmium. But and is your environmental planner qualified to know a thing about these toxins? No. It's like you guys were not competent. All these years you sat there. remember that when you pass along the golf course, but there was a little girl, a sheriff's daughter, who was drinking.
We're at
right
3
down
minutes,
below that
Cindy.
Lala Creek. And she came, she couldn't even eat. Lorraine Cummings, oh, she testified before all these guys. Right below Lala, nobody cared.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Any other comment, public comment in person? Doesn't look like it. Anyone online? Yeah, no. Okay,
And we're loading public comment too in a different section, Madam Chair. Just.
sure.
Yeah. It's
Why don't you
just
show
a-
us? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an extra little layer there that makes it easy to find. Yeah. And we're putting it both places, Madam Chair, so.
Okay, and that's all the written public comment that
Yep.
comes in. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Anything else from commissioners or staff?
No.
Okay, we'll go ahead and adjourn our meeting. Meeting is adjourned.